Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Utes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the...
There he goes! They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll go to the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
But how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football, and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's King. He's going for it all. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The option look. He'll toss it. Runs through the tackle. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here we go. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. This is a designed run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bentley. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that. Over.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Try to get it to the edge. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Utes looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Utah! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's King. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. If you put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. It's a running room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. And it's a fumble all by himself down the middle. The 40, at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Utes! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. Turning it on. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He'll pull it down and run. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 28. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it's Haynes. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Caught near the sticks, it's Davis. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Dampier. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it inside the 15. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Sweet cut there.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick it onside. Even though we're winning and you failed, now this defense better step up and respond.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
To throw, it's Dampier. Might be looking to run. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Caught in the backfield. It's Rivers. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Dampier. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. Breaks into the open. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the Has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man, it's King. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Davis. There he goes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Quarterback will keep it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got his man. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Trying to make magic up. Oh, it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Rivers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's King. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That is a momentum-shifting play by the quarterback. This home crowd, they are buzzing after that scramble on 4th down. Great job letting his God-given ability take over to pick up the 1st. They are still alive here late in the game.
And I think that call will leave people scratching their head. You know, you're down a possession. You got to go make something happen. The clock is ticking. Like, we got to take some shots down the field, or we got to get our butts out of bounds after we make those catches.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's got it along the sideline. All kinds of room to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Calls his own number. He's stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's King. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
He unleashes a long one. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players.